Okay, we should be live here, hopefully. Just give me a minute while I set everything up, because we're going live on mobile today, not PC, because my PC's not working right now. But we do have a tornado warning in effect here in Beaver County. So, if you're anywhere over here in the Clear Lake, Logan area, you need to be seeking shelter. This thing has a monster hook on it. No debris signature at this moment. So I do not believe we have a tornado on the ground. However, we do have a pretty good velocity couplet starting to form right here on Highway 270. So, let me turn down my TV a little bit because I got Ryan Hall up on my TV. And let me turn that down. The storm continues to produce heavy rain and large hail, and then filter in cool air around the back. And once that starts mixing a little bit better there at the base of the storm, that's when we'll increase our chances of seeing a tornado. Okay. So, there it is. Okay. So this storm does have this storm is really getting situated now. It's really producing some big hail now at this moment here. We're seeing hail potential, big hail guaranteed here. I mean, our warning is set for 4-inch hail. That's softball size. It really can't get much bigger than that. But our hail core is literally moving right into Beaver right now. We do not have cameras in Beaver or anything like that. However, this is gonna be a crazy one in Beaver, and you're just gonna have to take my word for it. It's probably literally hailing, giant hail falling probably right on top of, probably falling literally right on top of Beaver right now. In addition to that storm, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning over here near Claymore. So Claymore, this is a little bit east of Tulsa. So Craig, Rogers, Mays, and Wagner County, you guys need to be getting indoors and away from windows. This thing has been going for a while, and it did have quite a history of producing some damaging winds. So, yeah. Let me actually pull up our coverage away from windows. This thing has been going. Yeah, okay, that is working. Perfect. Okay, so I'm watching Storm Chasers. I can't show their feet, but I'm watching Storm Chasers, and they are showing that this is a tornado on the ground. So this is down here. So they have not upgraded the warning, but I'm sure they're going to do that very shortly. But this is a tornado on the ground. Literally, Storm Chasers are seeing it live right now. We haven't gotten a report, so I don't think the National Weather Service is going to issue it yet. But yeah. So, yeah. So, once someone sends in a report, we should get that confirmed tag on it. I'll be right back. Okay. So still no confirmed tag on this, but I am confirming that this is a on the ground tornado here. So you can see, because I'm not sure. The thing is, we're not going to get a debris signature, I do not think, because this is in a really, really rural area. Obviously, we all know the Panhandle really has nothing cool in it. So, pretty much Diamond's the only big area on the Panhandle. So we literally have a lot of rural sprays, and honestly, I would prefer this to happen here than anywhere else in Oklahoma, because it's just so rural in this area that we don't have to worry about some massive area getting hit. But it also makes it a little bit harder to figure out if it's a tornado on the ground or not, because we're not going to get a debris signature. But obviously, it's still pretty fine, because if it hits a home, obviously, or something, it's gonna pop. It's gonna be a debris. It's gonna pop in the debris signature. So, yeah, a little bit of an explanation why I like when storms are in this area. But I believe soon these storms are likely going to make progress southward towards Woodward, downstream a little bit. Yeah, they're moving towards Woodward. So, not saying Woodward's going to get hit by this particular storm here, but it's heading down your way. But from now to my prediction was from about 5 to like 10 o'clock tonight, I think. That's what my prediction was to how long these storms are going to go for.
This might be an EF5. This might be a chonker. Obviously, we don't know. It's going to have to hit something, substantial for it to be rated an EF5. But, if it were to hit something, this is the kind of tornado that could potentially be rated an EF5. This is going to be absolutely nuts. If this thing keeps going, it's going to be absolutely nuts.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me just grab something.
Express to you guys how powerful a storm has to be for this to happen. This is just unreal. Again, if you're just now tuning in, we've got a major, upper level tornadic situation happening in Oklahoma right now, but we also have a tornado warning in Ohio for Cambridge, Byesville, and Quaker City, and we're encouraging our friends out there to take shelter, okay?
See it, but it's definitely down.
Okay. Okay. So.
Do you want this too, or you want to put it in the fridge?
Put it in the fridge. Also, take these.
Yeah, let's get rid of all that stuff. Thanks, man.
Okay. But this is likely still a tornado on the ground. The hook is kind of gone a little bit, but still, I guarantee, I think it's lifted actually. So, we had a brief tornado here, but it's likely going to try again here. And we've been warning you all day about these storms being able to produce tornadoes. They have this as a 5%, obviously, but obviously that can be a little wrong sometimes. But like a situation like this, I do think we are going to see elevated tornadic activity. It's kind of how many. Hold on, let me pull up the SPC website Maybe we'll get Hudson on call as well, so I can have some help and I'm not alone.
Look at this.
But this thing, if it does drop a tornado, it's going to be huge. I'm watching storm chasers that I cannot show their feeds because I don't have permission. But this tornado is going to be huge if one drops out of this thing.
You want to drop like you did just a minute ago. I think you're hopefully not over anything. Should be over an open field there. Hopefully there's not a farm or anything. You could drop right there. Great work over there, guys. What an incredible storm.
Okay, so I am gonna read our information on that tornado watch though, just for the people wondering. So we have a moderate chance of seeing a tornado. Actually, we can look at exact probability. A 50% chance you see a tornado in this area. Hold on, let me see. Here, yeah, this is better. A 50% chance of seeing 2 or more tornadoes, which is a 50% chance. There's a probability of seeing 1 or more strong EF2 or through EF5 tornadoes, which is a 30%. And the wind risk seems to be the main probability. But what it seems is the hail is also quite a high chance. We also do have a severe thunderstorm watch as well, though, but that is in the lower part of the state. I think that's more Texas than Oklahoma. Let's actually see. That's Ohio, or that's not Ohio. Let's actually see. Where did they want to put that? Okay, they did upgrade this to a confirmed tornado. You can see that polygon got a little darker. Let me actually edit that to look a lot more noticeable. Because I don't even like how. Okay, we now have a confirmed tornado on the ground over here in Beaver County. I don't think we do anymore. This does have a history of producing a tornado, though. So Beaver County, this is for you. However, this storm does have a history of producing a tornado, but I do not think we have one at this very certain time. However, I think this is going to try to produce one very soon. I'm getting the Mesonet information, Oklahoma Mesonet, just so I can look at those. So, a lot of my information I'm getting is from the Oklahoma Mesonet. So go give Oklahoma Mesonet some credit. I use that to get a lot of information. Oh, we got a funnel. Yeah, we got a funnel starting to come out of this thing. I really wish I could show some of these chasers, but just. I really wish I could show you what the storm looks like, but we don't have any storm chasers on our team yet, so I can't. This thing, this velocity couplet is starting to get really insane here. I'm starting to get kind of concerned about that, honestly. Right there.
storms elsewhere. Could have a tornado situation unfolding out here in Indiana, near Evansville. We could have, by the way, there is a tornado warning right now in Cambridge, Ohio, so you guys all need to be taking shelter. Look at this. The radar data is crazy too. Major velocity coupler right here. Everybody that's always like, hey, will you teach us how to read the radar? This is the perfect radar 101 for you right here. Make sure you download the Weatherwise app. It's free. Go to the KDDC radar site. That is what a velocity signature looks like for a tornado that's producing, or a supercell that's capable of producing a tornado. So this is also what a very nice meatball-looking supercell looks like.
Alright, hold on, guys. I'm trying to get information, like, near the storm, like, of everything, just so we can see a little bit about it.
Sirens are going off in Evansville?
Anybody have
Sirens going off in Evansville? Did they start doing the sirens whenever Andy issues a y'all?
no visual? Drafting right on my end. Okay, see.
So if the sirens are going off in Evansville, I honestly don't know why. There is a severe thunderstorm warning, and there is like a some rotation with that, but I don't know. There's no need to like get to the basement in Evansville right now. There's some storms around there. There's a slightly higher tornado threat with the storm east of Evansville near Santa Claus.
So, okay. So, this storm is in Beaver, correct? Oh my god, yeah, this thing is trying so hard to produce a tornado. Like, I'm genuinely just waiting for it to happen at this point. Station battle plan. Do we actually have we do have a Mesonet in, well, it's not we, it's the Mesonet actually by the official. I'm looking at all the nerdy metograms and stuff. But credit to Mesonet, because a lot of the stuff I use actually is from them. And
Yeah, so severe thunderstorm warning down here.
yeah. Okay. I gotta go to home. Man, this thing, oh my god, this is trying so hard to produce a tornado. It's actually ridiculous. Just drop one already while you're still in a rural area. The velocity signature is only getting worse from here, and it's still not dropping anything. Because I'm watching storm chasers in the background, and I know exactly.
There is actually a pretty decent lowering there, so we're going to keep an eye on this as the storm continues to move through. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. So again, tornado
Okay.
in Ohio. That's going to go on.
In addition, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning, actually destructive severe thunderstorm warning. Now, it must be kind of new that, so this is in Cimarron County. So in Cimarron County, this is a destructive storm with baseball-sized hail coming down here just to the north of Boise City. This should stay mainly north of Boise City, but you never know.
But look at the radar data. This is still likely producing. This is probably producing the largest tornado that it has so far right now. But we just can't see it. There is another area of rotation down here as cells like this. We're going to see a little bit of handoff. So another visible tornado is going to be possible here as that happens. So we're going to come back to our storm chasers in just a moment.
But yeah, this is a destructive storm coming down right towards Casadena, how you say it, and going eventually towards Keys, and maybe Boise City could get clipped by a little bit of large hail, but not the largest hail. temperatures are hot a lot across the state at our most recent update around 4:25 p.m. It looks like we're literally seeing temperatures literally near 100 right now over there in the far southwest corner of Oklahoma. So temperatures are really hot, and that's just giving storms more reasons to become dangerous.
There's somebody out there east of Parma in Ohio. This is a live look at our, what should I call you guys? Our backyard reporter in the WeatherWise Pro app.
No, we're dealing with quite a major drought going on in this area, so rain is needed, but not this heavy rain. We don't need hail coming out of the sky. We need some a light rain, not enough to cause flooding. We just need a little bit of a light rain that could stick around for a little bit and then eventually go away. But unfortunately, that's not happening with the storm. We need to. This is a severe. We're in quite severe conditions here in DI. So we need to get a light, just small rain to fix our problem here. It's been quite a while.
So I have an angle correction here that would include right over Pleasant City to the east. Should pass over you guys before doing anything here. The southern fields of Miltonburg definitely needs to be on the lookout here for this new cycle, this supercell as well.
Okay.
So, new area of concern down here between Pleasant City and Mount Ephraim. You guys definitely need to be getting ready down here as you're now under a tornado warning with that.
Okay.
This is what it looks like out there in Evansville. Sirens are apparently going off out here. There's no tornado warning in Evansville, Indiana, but we're definitely watching the storm. It's pretty strong. By the way, the Midwest porch experts, we are not recruiting. Okay, I'm not telling anybody to become a Midwest porch expert.
I'm just trying to look for something, guys. I do not think we have a tornado at this very exact moment, which is very good. Obviously, I could be wrong, but still, we need to be looking at all that. Okay, I'm just pulling up things here. Oh, much more data. That's weird.
That's going to be a problem for those guys. Additionally, we've still got that severe thunderstorm up here in Cleveland, moving out of Cleveland towards Solon. That's going to be in about 25 minutes. And then we'll take here, Evansville.
Wait, what?
Strong storm over here, but I'm not seeing much rotation on that one at all. Over here towards Santa Cruz, though, we have that little bit of wind. So that's more of a concerning look on radar there, but still no tornado warning on that one. Let's see if we can see these things from
Okay. So, yeah, it looks like, so this thing is, that couplet is looking a little less intense as it was before, but this thing could still try to produce another tornado again. So we're gonna stay here probably until a lot of this event is over, but it looks like this specific couplet is getting a little weaker. Okay. Wait, no.
With 60-mile-per-hour winds too. And then
How do I do that?
Cimarron County in the Panhandle of Oklahoma. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning for 2.75-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And let's go all the way over to Pennsylvania, where we have another severe thunderstorm moving through Center and Clearfield counties in Pennsylvania. This is, I mean, is it busy or was it? It's pretty busy, ain't it? We got 21 active severe thunderstorm warnings right now. 21. So the tornado warning over here in the Cambridge area has been allowed to expire, but man, I'm surprised they haven't issued a new one for this
Okay. So,
area. That is surprising.
but it looks like a lot of areas in the Panhandle has had a lot of has had up to 12 days with less than with pretty much 0 inches of rain. That's not good. We need this. Good. Obviously, some areas in Beaver is gonna be getting some. It's gonna be saving that problem. But again, down here in southwestern Oklahoma, it's been a while since I've seen them issue a warning down here. I don't even know if that last time the derecho came through. I don't know if they ended up issuing any warnings down here. I don't know if the derecho reached down here. But this thing is mean. This storm is mean in terms of still just how it's going. Alright, let me actually pull up this. But we're already seeing rainfall rates. We're already seeing rainfall rates of 5 inches in some areas in northern Oklahoma from our rain earlier. I believe that's just in total today. So that may have kind of been lifted down just a little bit. Because we don't have any flash flood warnings anymore over here. But I am certain that we did have a flash flooding threat earlier in that area. But again, we do have destructive hail over here just north of Boise City. I'm starting to think that might reach down into Boise City, actually. So this could be a little bit more of a problem for Boise City here, and I think they may issue a new destructive severe thunderstorm warning for that area. Let's actually see. Okay, they did just go with a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be in Boise City. Literally, I just called it. This is going to be for Cimarron County. So, Boise City is in here. This thing is producing tennis ball size hail. That's right on the edge of this becoming destructive here. So, big hail is potentially coming down right into the Conrad and Boise City area. So, you need to be getting indoors quite pretty, because this is quite intense of a storm. We do have a flood watch that includes pretty much all of the northern part of the state, going into Beaver County in the Panhandle. So flooding could be a little bit more of a concern today. And obviously flooding has already been a lot of a problem, like I told you. Flooding has been a lot of a problem in northern into northeastern Oklahoma today, and they're in this flood watch, so it could even add even more rain to that area.
New warning has tennis ball size hail in it is falling here, but I think that said, I think we'll see some pretty significant property damage and impacts possible here, because it looks like this hail core is going to go right through downtown Boise.
Thank you very much. Meteorologist Andy Hill. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning out here near Harrington, moving into Lipscomb. We're talking about Ochiltree and Lipscomb counties. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds over there. All these storms in Texas and the panhandle of Oklahoma they've got to be watched because it is very possible that they're going to put down some damaging stuff here over the next little bit. North of Springfield, we got a severe thunderstorm warning for Dallas, Green, and Polk counties.
Okay.
As well. And then, of course, our tornado warning continues for Beaver County. But I'm going to go back to Ohio. Just
So tornado warning is still in effect for 12 more minutes over here. But literally, I think they've cut out most towns except pretty much Logan. I think Logan is our only town that's inside of here. And the hail threat is kind of went down a little bit. We had softball size hail a couple of minutes ago, but now we do not have any. Now we just have baseball size hail. So it's went from softball size to baseball size, which is better, but still not super good. We wanted to get out of that destructive zone. Okay. I'm just trying to find things. I'm just trying to find things.
Technically, our largest area of span is obviously the one that has the tornado warning on it. But I see 1, 2, 3, 4 total areas of span here in this cluster of storms.
Okay. So that worked. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay.
We've got a lot going on, though. Meteorologist Andy Hill is also watching this storm over here. He was just talking about, and it's got some support for rotation. But seriously, all of these storms in Ohio right now that are moving kind of towards West Virginia and Pennsylvania, they've all got a surprising amount of rotation on them. So I would definitely be watching all of these. The most important one right now is, of course, the Guernsey and Monroe County one. You've got some rotation out there that might be trying to produce a tornado near Summerfield, moving towards Woodsfield. Cleveland, it's to your southeast. We continue to have a severe thunderstorm warning out here as well. That's for Cuyahoga and Cuyahoga. Did I say that right? We also got a tornado warning right now in Canada, over here west of London. This includes Newbury and Strathroy near St. Thomas. That is actually a cell that needs to be watched very close as well. There's a pretty intense area of rotation that's popping up there. So we've just got a lot of stuff going on right now, y'all.
Okay, I think once this tornado warning expires, we are gonna conclude this. However, if there's another tornado warning, which there will be, we will come back. But we got 8 minutes until that happens, unless they issue another tornado warning, which I don't think they will exactly. But
Our submissions from RyanHallYall.com/submit. This is what it looks like out there.
so we got 8 more minutes until I'm kind of uncertain if we're gonna. I don't know what we're gonna do. But I do think we are gonna likely end this until our next tornado warning, which comes, which likely will be. Oops, not Freighter Scope. Alright, I think we're gonna end this off mainly here, but if an how we're gonna end this, but I guess we're continuing this because we got a new tornado warning over here in Beaver County. So this is kind of reaching down into Texas a little bit. But this is now but I'm now starting to notice this is going towards areas like Ellis County and eventually Woodward County. But I guess we're staying a little bit longer then because okay. So I'm gonna pull up. Okay, but obviously this thing is. this thing is still rotating really good, and obviously it's enough for them to prompt a tornado warning. So I think, and if this does keep going, it could go even further into Ellis County. And then the National Weather Service in Norman will take over. Right now, this is the National Weather Service in Amarillo, Texas.
This thing is still super powerful, though. And it looks like it's going to do, another cycle here where it's going to try again, where we're finally able to see the base about as clearly as
By the way, this severe thunderstorm warning is destructive now, as this thing, I think, just moved. The worst of the storm just moved through Boise City. So tell us, how bad was it in Boise City? I'm assuming you guys got hail, but actually, I think it is destructive. I'm assuming it is.
So let's go back to Ohio, where we do still have a tornado warning over here.
Okay, yeah, they put a 3-inch hail tag on that. That is, I'm pretty sure it's lime size, I believe. But 3-inch hail is now coming down, and it likely just went through Boise City. So yeah.
Out of Beaver County, look at all the other storm kicking off. Right? So big storm again in Beaver County, headed into Ellis County, headed down here in Noble County. I got a couple people sharing the live feeds with me in the Cambridge and Bridesville area. It's all coming into Western Ohio. Check out the skies. Headed into Clapbout, headed into Ellis County, as it makes its way to the southeast. Here we go. Guys, a lot going on, and a big evening ahead as far as the weather back to you. All right, gave you the rest of the news.
All I know is that they're a weather-wise pro user, and they're sharing this live feed with me right now.
Airfield Wildwood now watching News 9 at 5 p.m. If you're just joining us, goodness, we've had several tornadoes touch down within the last hour.
Okay. So here, yeah, I think the worst of the storm is done in Boise City. It may still be hailing in Boise City, but it should end soon. But the worst of the hail is gone. Let us know if you got any hail damage. But this thing is still pretty bad. For location just outside of Boise City now. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for the Cherokee Nation area. So that's Locust Grove and Tahlequah. Yeah, this is actually going down towards Tahlequah. So yeah, this thing is producing 60 miles an hour wind gusts and half dollar size hail as this goes down towards Tahlequah.
Thunderstorms again. Look at this cluster of storms. This is going to turn into a big blob of severe storms, and the leading edge now is right here. Another big severe storm is out in Perryton. That'll come in from Willis and Roger Mills County. But here you go. And this storm, again, it has cycled. It has weakened slightly in the last 10 minutes, so that might be the trend here for a little bit. Once again, headed east-southeast at 20 to 25 miles per hour. Right over Slap Out.
Alright, so I believe I can say Beaver is done with severe weather. From this storm, I'm not sure if you're done for the night. It just depends. It's more storms form behind this area, but I do not think that will happen. However, we will be here. We will be here for you in case that changes. But Beaver is done for this at this time. We did just get a brief. Actually, we do have a storm going through Tulsa right now. They do have a special weather statement on that, but it's not an official severe thunderstorm warning. It is a special weather statement, so we do have what looks like to be a small storm going right through Tulsa.
Large hail damage and wind. So the models are doing a pretty good job. Right, we're here 5 o'clock, and yeah, not bad, right? So let's take you through to 6 o'clock. Thunderstorms, here we go. Sliding to the northwest, keep moving. These will still be capable of large hail, damage and winds.
So I think they will issue a new tornado warning because for the Catesby and Cheney area. Now this is in between weather offices. So the National Weather Service that's been issuing all our warnings today pretty much is the National Weather Service in Amarillo, Texas. But if this does get into Ellis County, then this will be the National Weather Service in Norman's job, and likely the office that's going to be issuing majority of the warnings tonight.
Some hail sizes will come down, and then after that, I think by 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, real storms will drop off, and they just keep pressing off to the east and the south. So, good rain, but, how it's been this week. We've had some nice rain, but man, we have had all right, this evening, moderate risk of severe weather from the west metro back into western and northwestern Oklahoma, and that's going to be for large hail, damaging winds, with also a tornado threat, and also more numerous severe strong storms in my moderate threat zone area, okay? My tornado zone, western, northwestern, northern Oklahoma, if we get storms up here, but for sure the northwest and the west.
But this thing is I think this thing's gonna be on the Texas-Oklahoma border for a brief amount of time, not a whole bunch of time. Yeah, and I think this thing has dropped down on the hail significantly over the past 10-20 minutes here. They just put this warning to not destructive no more. It's just half dollar size hail at this moment now. So this thing has dropped down in the hail department a little bit. However, this thing is still going crazy in the hail department.
Coming into the metro between 10 and midnight, lows tonight in the 70s, and it's like rain on the
You literally have a tornado warning on to your north and west.
tomorrow.
Columbia County, once again, you're under a tornado warning. Could relate to this
All right, we're going to take a quick break. The tornado threat continues in the northwest. Trackers are out. Weather team, we are in. We'll be back 6 and 9. We'll keep you advised.
Zooming out to the field here. Do you see your dot on the map?
Sorry, I'm watching News 9 in the background if you can't tell.
How else are we supposed to know where you are?
But a little bit of a track on this specific storm here. There we go. Probably like that. And what speed is it? Okay, it's at 32 miles an hour. I'm just drawing a little bit of a Alright, the hail core here. I think this hail core is going to be in probably somewhere in Woodward within the next hour here. So probably you guys got pretty much an hour or an hour, maybe an hour and 30 minutes, somewhere around there, to prepare for this storm to get to you. However, I do think our tornado warnings may get down to you as well.
So you definitely need to be ready for that as the storm gets closer. And then let's go back over here. Do we have anybody in the panhandle of Oklahoma watching right now? It's unlikely because, I mean, there's not very many people in the panhandle of Oklahoma. But, yeah, I'm not seeing anybody. We do have people in the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma watching, but I think we've got more storm chasers than people out here right now. I think that's what we do.
Okay. I did just put out a new mesoscale discussion. This one does include Woodward. Let's actually see what they were talking about. A discrete supercell in the eastern Oklahoma Panhandle will pose a risk primarily for large hail to very large hail and damaging winds gusts over the next 1 to 2 hours. The tornado risk with the storm remains more uncertain. Okay. They did just put out a new severe thunderstorm warning over here for Ellis and Harper counties. So this does include May. So if you were in May, the storm is producing 70 miles an hour when you got some ping pong ball size hail. So this is not a tornado warning, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. That basically means that 60 miles an hour wind gust or more is on radar or been confirmed, or quarter size hail or larger has been confirmed. So this does have a tornado tag on it, meaning they might need to issue a tornado warning soon on this. They haven't yet, so they might just leave this tornado tagged. But this thing is still dropping just huge hail just southeast of Boise City. This will make way into the Panhandle. Thankfully, it's this and the Panhandle of Texas, so we will not have to deal with this. But we got more storms forming in the central part of the Panhandle. But you can see this is so we got more storms forming in the central Panhandle of Texas. So Amarillo, Pampa, Canadian. This is pushing storms our way, and these storms could actually become severe in our area later. So jumping back to the jumping back to the radar, we still do have a tornado warning over here in Beaver. We did get another severe thunderstorm warning just to extend the time on this a little bit. This is just in Beaver County, just to extend the time on that before they need to issue a new one. But this tornado warning, I do not think this thing is gonna last in the Panhandle for 30 more minutes. That's how long they have it for. But I do think that's gonna be. We do got more storms coming into Guyman right now. They do not have a severe thunderstorm warning or anything on this, but it's looking quite mean. So they might issue a special weather statement on this storm as it goes towards Guyman. Back over here, this storm is going. So the worst of the storm for Locust Grove is pretty much coming through right now. You're in the north part of the storm, but this thing is coming down towards Tahlequah. So Tahlequah, this will be a problem for you eventually. Let me actually see. There we go. This thing is. So here's the general direction of the storm. This thing is going right towards Tahlequah. Actually, I think the center of the storm pretty much is going towards Tahlequah, and that'll be there in about 46 minutes. In Hobart, 28 minutes. Lost City in 24 minutes. Eli in literally 19 minutes, and pretty much Yonkers is inside it. This is the core of the storm. This doesn't mean like when is it going to start first getting really bad. This just tracks the center of the storm. So you still got a couple minutes in Yonkers before this gets to you guys. 6 minutes till the core of the storm gets to you. But let's jump back over to here. Wow. Okay. So they just pulled the 90 miles an hour wind gust, extremely dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning tag on this. Here, let me just make this a little bit browner, maybe. Because yeah, they pulled the extremely dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning tag on this. This is producing 90 miles an hour wind gusts and baseball size hail here. So yeah, this is producing 90 miles an hour wind gusts. This is an intense storm here. I'm not seeing where that is on radar, but you just gotta believe it because it's obviously somewhere. But
How strong will they be is the big question. Let's get back over to David Payne with the Bob Mills Weather Center. Hey, David.
Hey guys, well here's the deal. We're going to have storms in Oklahoma City, I think between 10 o'clock and midnight as they make their way in. It's going to come out of this, and when it gets here, the main threat for the metro will be wind 50 to 60 miles per hour. I can see a gust of 70.
okay, so tornado warning continues for Beaver County. They did not cancel this, so we still got some time before you can come out here to shelter Did they put? Yeah, this tornado thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of Beaver County. So actually, I think our rotation is actually in Texas at this moment. So if they are gonna issue a new warning for, but we got no towns. We got no towns inside of this tornado warning here. Now, obviously, there's still rural areas, so we're still gonna cover it. It's still a tornado warning and everything. But we still do have a tornado warning. It's still a tornado warning. It's still capable of dropping a tornado. Just it's not in a super populated area. So this. But we do not have any major towns in this, so I don't know the. So if you're wondering, if your town is okay, pretty much yes. Okay. Yeah, so this thing is about to come back into Oklahoma. So it was in Oklahoma, dropped into the Texas Panhandle, and it's about to come into Oklahoma again. The rotation is. We don't have a tornado, I do not think, at this moment. Yeah, I'm actually quite certain we do not have a tornado over here right now. Let's see. Well, okay, so we did get a new tornado warning. This is on the far southern part of Panhandle. So this is in southeastern Samarin in southwestern Texas County in the Panhandle here. So I do not think we're going to be tracking this one particularly for that long. Because this thing is going to make it into Texas after not too long, relatively. But this tornado warning is pretty much done for the Panhandle. I don't know what they're going to do with it.
might be a bit stronger. So Oklahoma City west and northwest, chance of storms before midnight. It's an 80% chance. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
Storm out there in Paulding County, Ohio. We got another shot here from Aurora, Ohio, from Michigan. And then, of course, we've got another shot. Hey, what in the world?
My baby take a shower. Guess who's home? I'm gonna make him if he didn't. How many?
We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning for Guyman.
We do have a tornado watch in effect for Tulsa, Oklahoma, and this is like actually, just in case you've forgotten what that is.
So Guyman, this is coming right in towards you, so we could see some actually quite big hail over here, 2 inches in diameter hail. Going right towards Guyman, so it's gonna. So you guys are next in line for some big hail here. Should be.
Michael Lee,
What?
you brush them teeth?
Yeah.
You better, if I check them, you better remember that you did or not.
I think I did at least, but I don't quite remember.
Well, then we need to brush them again then.
Okay. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys.
We're having rice and all this. What do you think? You wanna get me some chips?
All right, everybody, welcome back. Well, we're still talking about this is what was going on the last hour and a half out in multiple tornadoes on the ground. There's one right there. There's another one there. We had about 5, 6 tornadoes. This was in Beaver County. This storm is now coming into Ellis County. It has weakened just a bit. Look at that. There you go. Big elephant trunk. You can see through the condensate there. Look at that. Look at the size of that cone. That'll get your attention. Right now, no reports of any significant damage, but we've had wind gusts of nearly 70. Look at the condensate down the ground. We've had wind gusts of nearly 70 Beaver from this storm. We had a wind gust in Boise City of 101 miles per hour from another severe storm out there. So these storms mean business, lots of instability. This is what we're going to be dealing with into this evening across western Oklahoma. Look at the wall cloud. It's what we call, well, I call it tree hugger, but there's no trees out here, so we'll call it a ground hugger. That's what was going on when this whole thing began. And then we had the tornadoes that came out of this. Oh, man, look at that spinning like a top, from top down, and there was that cone there. Okay, so look, there's what the storm looks like right now. Malcaster and Ron Wilson right there, okay? Ron shots right here. That's Ron shots. Still have a mesocyclone, not as strong as what it was. All right, until 10 o'clock tonight, still talking about tornado watch in effect for counties in green, areas north of the metro, well, North Metro, Logan, Kingfisher County, from here north and northwest. Tornado warnings now out around Boise City. Also, we have the one tornado warning for southeast Beaver County. This big lob is what we're going to be dealing with this evening and tonight. This is our storm system that's going to give us wind and hail and continue that tornado threat. Your super for sale that produce all the tornadoes now coming into Ellis County. It has weakened, still has a hook on it. We're watching it. It could ramp back up. Keep our eyes on it, and we are. And then other big rotating storms out in the Texas Panhandle, and Shannon and Ornette, all big storms sliding off again to the southeast. Shear rate has come down just a bit. Still spinning. It'll spin till it's dead. And you can see the couplet there as far east from Gibson County, northeast of Follette, Texas, which is right there. Ellis County, you're here. And get ready. Storm track, we're looking at Shattuck at about 5:58, Gay 6 o'clock, Hard at 6:23, Roll at about 6:24, Cheyenne at about 7 o'clock tonight. So once again, Ellis, Rogerville, Beckham County, big storms coming in, spread mainly big wind of 60 to 70 to 80 miles per hour possible in few areas, golf ball, baseball size hail, and the tornado threat will continue across western Oklahoma this evening. Actually, the tornado threat will gradually weak out here later this evening. Lit up.
Make you think that the direction of this surge of strong winds, severe winds,
Hey, I'll tell you what it does like. That freaking Batman car in
different direction as well. So
Okay.
that's in addition to what I said.
She's in love with it.
There you go. So we're watching that storm approach the Tahlequah area. So you guys definitely need to be getting ready out there, as this storm's going to be pretty strong on its approach. Tahlequah, Boulder, even down there south of there, that's where some of the strongest winds are going to go towards Muskogee and Port Gibson. Y'all need to be watching out. We got warnings coming out every minute. Really, we got another big time possible considerable severe thunderstorm right over here in Oklahoma for Ellis and Harper counties. These guys are all kind of driving to the east to get out in front of this thing. But this storm just to the southwest, and that's also really interesting on radar coming into Lucascomb. Once again, 2.5-inch hail is going to be more than possible with that. Tornado watch continues for 4 hours and 30 minutes for this whole area out here. And
So you can do now.
one of the more concerning
There's
things
that way,
here,
you know what I can do right now.
otherwise have Sharon, their view of the storm will be there west of the course of the horizon. But
Nice
you
one,
can
be
still see
good.
pretty intense
I mean,
storm
you,
there.
I will do it.
Out in front of this is the storm east of Tulsa, north of Muskogee, coming over towards Tahlequah and past that. So you guys need to be
There's like 2 days.
Okay, I'm back. So, tornado warning is in effect still over here, and this, I do think the rotating part of the storm is now out of Oklahoma. Let me double check that. Yeah, it's practically. Yeah, the rotation is mainly out of the state, pretty much.
Season you. I'm thankful that you cooked. I think it smells amazing. I can't wait. Did I show you the new bowls I got? Watermelon ones? Oh, you know where to put shit. I need more fucking room.
I'm guessing like the businesses have, some level of anybody see it all? But it's not air conditioning in the night game at all.
Okay, so I do think the tornado threat with this storm particularly here is very diminished. Mainly the rotation is done here. Oh yeah, let's obviously keep watching. Not something I would shoot some super watch or something. Okay, we do have potentially 80 miles an hour wind gusts inside of the storm here. 90, I just saw a 90 here. But this is this gray area. This is a very intense area of wind here. Most of this probably is above the surface a little. But I don't know exactly here. But as this goes down towards Metry and the Green Country Estates. And this does have some rotation on it too. Right where the turning circle is, it's detecting rotation there on the weatherwise tornado ID signature. And I'm seeing it too without the signature here. But I do think we could see a tornado warning for the Hubbard. Actually, it's probably just knock out. Okay.
That's a storm in your brain. The eastern
Yeah, I don't think, no, even if it's outside of the state, I don't see much rotation with this anymore. I do think they can drop the tornado warning and just go with the tornado possible tag or something here. But Guyman's still in the path of this severe thunderstorm. We can actually do a little bit of a track on this. This is moving directly eastward, so Guyman's probably going to be still impacted in 45 minutes. I do think these storms are moving at slow speeds. These storms aren't moving as fast as we had back here on Sunday, but they're still a concern, and this will get into Guyman within the next 44 minutes. Alright, tornado warning expired or canceled or whatever they did with it over here in Beaver County. So Beaver County is tornado warning list, and they're about to be warning list completely. But these storms could try again really easily to brace another tornado, which is not really quite one. Tahlequah. Is it Tahlequah or Tahlequah? Dude, that's one of the towns in Oklahoma I have so much trouble pronouncing. Like, there's a couple counties that I have, or there's a couple towns that I have too much trouble pronouncing. I think there is another one over here. Maybe it was Tahlequah. I used to think Enid was called Eind. But we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Oh, it's this small one right here in Beaver County. It's just kind of covering the last little part of the storm. Man, this area rotation is starting to pick up a lot more here just south of Hubbard. I don't like it. yeah, that's definitely not a good sign here for our friends over here in Tahlequah. And I think it will stay to the south actual Tahlequah, but this thing can shift direction pretty quickly. And they still have not put a tornado warning on this. And this is the type of storm to produce a brief tornado, if it was a tornado. So let's actually see here if you do got a debris signature. We do not have a debris signature. That's good. So we do not likely have a tornado on the ground over here.
Supercell that went through was warned for 4-inch hail. I'm not sure if we got 4-inch hail yet. A little bit outside and something like that, but it's possible we had 100-mile-per-hour softballs in Boise City, Oklahoma. So that thing earlier before it moved in that I talked about, the property damage, we likely had some pretty significant property damage occurring here in that city.
Okay. But I'd say we're pretty much oh, never mind, okay. They did just put out a new severe thunderstorm warning for Cadillac, Gage, and Arnett. So this is for 70 miles an hour wind gusts here. But this thing will eventually make it towards Cadillac and however you say, potentially produce 70 miles an hour wind gusts. But Boise City, I do think, is mainly done with these storms. We may get some more storms later, but I do think that's done over there. Maybe the debris signature, something trying to come out there. No, I'm not gonna call it a debris signature.
This climate's too sweet. No, I couldn't have. You had too much sugar then, you're right.
Strongest storm in all of the country right now, I believe, is probably going to be this one out here in Sherman County, Texas.
Oh God. So they no longer have this considerable damage that's severe thunderstorm warning. The storm coming towards Guyman. So I'm sure it's raining quite hard in Guyman right now. However, this is not the worst of the storm. We still got some time before the worst of the storm gets to you, I believe, because this storm is moving very slow. Which I want to say is good, but it's really not for the flash flooding. But it's also giving Guyman a lot of time to prepare for the storm, which is kind of good, but you don't really need a whole bunch of time to prepare. We do now have a flash flood warning for Tulsa, I believe. Is this new? It's been there for quite a while, and I just haven't seen it, I guess. Yeah, we do have a flash flood warning for Tulsa. So yeah, this thing is dumping a lot of rain on an area, and it's done raining mainly, but more stuff is coming towards that area, so that could even add more water onto the ground in the Tulsa area. We do have a nice cluster going on here, just kind of hanging out between Woodward and Pampa, Texas. Now, it looks like it's trying to become a squall line a little bit here.
Jesus Christ. Annihilators?
Yeah, he brushed his teeth.
Yeah.
So we don't have
I think I don't know, the toothpaste in the sink.
chasers already anymore, but we have a large cluster of severe thunderstorm warnings.
Because he's 10 and they don't care. 10-year-old.
You guys are seeing something over there on rhinoaudio.com/submit. This is an SLC over there in Woodsfield, Ohio. Not too long ago. Here's another time lapse.
What?
Your aunt's gonna make cookies and she wants you, so you better hang up who you're hanging out with. We're not be talking to no bad people either, because I'm listening always.
No.
Okay. Hey, she wants to do cookies if you can stop. Don't you want some?
Yeah, but could she just make it herself?
No.
I don't want to stop right now.
You don't.
Okay. So tail clock now under a tornado warning here. We've been watching this area rotation for a long time, so if you're in tail clock, you need to seek a shelter. The rotation's more to your south, but still, seek shelter. Here. I don't know why this hasn't updated yet. That should have updated a long time ago. Upward to, yeah. Yep. Okay. So that's Cherokee County. So if you were in Cherokee County, you need to be seeking shelter. Actually, and by the way, Sequoia in Lee 4 County is now under a severe thunderstorm watch. This is from the Arkansas Severe Thunderstorm Watch. However, two counties in Oklahoma was also included in that new watch.
training over the same spots over and over again. So I think that flooding is going to be the big story. The flooding is definitely going to be the big story as we go through the rest of the night. We don't have any tornado warnings now in Ohio. We had a couple earlier, but those storms have really kind of petered out a little bit. But we'll continue to watch them as they move into Pennsylvania, where they could ignite again. We do have that severe thunderstorm watch that's going to go on for 6 hours and 13 more minutes. So we're definitely not done. We're certainly not done. So we'll keep that in mind as the evening goes on. Somebody out here
Okay.
says, start the thunder in Brookfield. Why would you hope that you're good? It don't make a lick of sense. By far, biggest storm that we've got right now, most concerning storm that we've got right now, is the one that's coming down.
So this tornado warning, I'm surprised they did keep Oklahoma in this, but they did. So this is for 12 more minutes over here in Texas and some Martin counties, and I do think this is not going to last in Oklahoma for 12 more minutes. However, this will for the next 27 minutes here. In Tahlequah,
There's 6 of you guys tuning in from out here according to this now. We're about to see some of the wind and rain move in. I don't think that the worst of the storm's going to hit the town of Tahlequah, but just to the south here, Metairie, or Metairie, however you say it, you guys are going to get slammed pretty hard here.
Okay, so the main concern right now across all of the state is in Cherokee County. Let's actually get a view of everything that's happening on this. On the state of the state view here. So everything that's going on right now, you can see we got storms coming in from Texas on the northwest side of the state. A couple more storms in the Panhandle and a tornado warning storm in eastern Oklahoma. So yeah, that is everything we really have happening right now. So once this tornado warning expires, and we might go brief moment without no tornado warnings. If we do, we're gonna go to state view of all the storms, and when another one gets issued, we'll come back. But right now, this is our only tornado warning that I'm rather concerned about in the state. Okay, but I think the rotation started to fade out a little bit, thankfully. I'm not super confident about that, but it may have started to kind of become less of a problem, just a little. The rotation is not as intense as it was. I'm not sure. I think they are going to continue that tornado warning. I'm assuming they will.
Again, very strong winds are coming into Metairie and the Green Country Estates right now. Tahlequah, you guys are probably going to get hit by a pretty strong storm here, but the worst of it is going to stay off to your south.
Well, we got strong winds about to come into Tahlequah. Sorry. So if you are in Tahlequah, you need to be getting indoors because I think you're going to be seeing way more of a wind threat than a tornado threat. But yeah, the rotating part of the storm that they did put that tornado warning on is actually way more weak than it was. Another rotation started to pop a bit more out of that area than pretty much right on top of Metairie. So if you're in that area, I would say go to take cover because that's actually quite a good area rotation. Well, potentially dropping a tornado.
But yeah, the rotation, honestly, I'm not seeing as much rotation anymore. It just looks like a big wall of wind. That's what's going to be moving into Metairie and then Petite Bay and Tim Killer and Dry Creek. So you guys definitely need to be ready for that.
But this is our only tornado warning across the whole state right now. We still do have a tornado warning over here in the Panhandle. However, this is like for the extreme southern part of it. And I think the rotation is starting to die out just a little. However, I don't know what we're going to do with it. It's starting to shoot a lot more east. But we did just get a news to be a thunderstorm warning. This is for Goodwell in Texahoma. So this is for Texas and Cimarron County and Hansford and Sherman County in Texas, which we don't cover. But yeah.
This is what it looks like out there in Tahlequah. Wow, okay. It looks quiet, like, what, 5 minutes ago? Now it's looking really intense. And again, this isn't even the worst part of the storm. The big, nasty part of the storm is south of here. So this part up here is really wet. It's content.
Alright, so a tornado warning over here is going to be for 19 more minutes.
Very strong wind.
Wow, okay, we did just get it was a little bit ago. This was at, I don't know when this was taken because it's not telling me. At exactly 5 p.m., so about an hour ago now, pretty much. We got a wind loss report of 101 miles an hour. Wow. So this storm has now leaving the state here has a history of producing 100 miles an hour wind gusts. Dang, okay. So I just dropped that tornado warning over here. Your tail claw. Your tornado warning list. Except this one over here, which we'll keep eyes on, but yeah, that's expires in 2 minutes anyway. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go into just radar. We're gonna go into the radar mode where you just see the radar. Here, because since we're tornado warning list at the moment, I'm gonna go do something before we get another tornado warning.
Storm chasers to get a better visual on this storm over here near Lipscomb. But man, it is absolutely rocking right now. This is a very powerful storm. And anybody under this thing is going to be having a hard time. The good news is there's not a lot of people under this. There's there's probably like 100 people that live in this whole polygon here. So that's good. That's good. We've got another strong storm down here that's going to be putting down some large hail too. In fact, a little bit more people down here near Canadian. This is somebody. Melody is sending us this from the Breeden Township, saying it's a potential tornado. I definitely get why you think that, but I would say that this is more than likely an SLC. We see these often in setups like this. You get these SLCs. That's a scientific abbreviation for a scary-looking cloud. And there's another scary-looking cloud right there in the Owasso, Collinsville area of Oklahoma. And then we've got another shot out here from Lee County, Florida. It's storming everywhere today. What in the world? It's storming everywhere. Normally, we come on these live streams and we get locked in on a certain storm, right? And people start saying, well, what about Ohio? What about Florida? What about West Virginia? And it's just trolls or people who don't know how to check their weather app. But today, it's legit. Everywhere's got a storm, it seems like. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna fall flat on our face tomorrow. The very next day, he got let out. Then the very next day, police say he stole from that same store. That info bomb. Rob Gronkowski number 8. Surveillance video stealing from the same there's a storm over here that's to the west of, or to the east of Lipscomb. All the storm chasers are going down to that storm, by the way, so we're going to be able to keep up with that. Got a lot of people that check in Springfield. Are you guys all right? Are you guys all right? Can we save some of this rain for August? It's raining a lot. How much has it rained over here? It's not even that much. I guess it is a lot in such a short period of time. Oh yeah, about 5 inches. Oh man, that's actually a whole lot. 6 inches over here between Hackney and Ebenezer. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll definitely cause water over the road and flooding, water over the road. So yeah, that makes sense actually. Somebody says they're hoping for a mild night tonight. Turn around, don't drown. Yes, that's the right way to look at this. By the way, big time storms still coming from Tahlequah. I've got a viewer on the ground. Sharing their live feed with me, but I can't see it. I don't see it. It's gone. It's gone. They just lost power on that. They just lost power on that. Now the storm is going to continue to move towards Stillwell. We had an incredible view of the Tahlequah area as the storm was coming through. It looks a little bit more calm now as the rain's letting up. But again, damaging winds are coming right into the Stillwell area. You guys got to get a shelter. You got to get indoors away from windows. Let's go back to Jordan Hall's incredible view of the storm out there in Ellis County, Oklahoma. Holy smokes. These guys just never stop driving. Somebody said sheets and sheets of rain, loud thunder. Yeah, it's pretty nuts over there. It's pretty nuts over there. Still got my friends over here around Evansville and Owensboro tuning in right now. We've got a couple of different technical difficulties that I'm dealing with on the back end. I've got to refresh this up one more time. While we wait, let's learn that good old warning is one of the most urgent alerts the National Weather Service can issue. It means dangerous flash flooding is already happening or it will happen very soon. Flash floods strike fast. Water can rise in just minutes, turning streets, creeks, and low spots into deadly torrents. Today, these warnings come with a damage threat tag. A base warning means flash flooding is occurring. A considerable tag means significant flooding of homes and roads, and it sends an alert straight to your phone. A catastrophic tag of a flash flood emergency, the rarest and most dangerous of all. If a warning is issued for your area, move to higher ground immediately. Never drive or walk in water. Just 1 foot of moving water can sweep away your car. Turn around, don't drown. Most flood deaths happen in vehicles. Stay weather aware and stay safe.
Bring the cups over here. The cups you got out. The maple cups.
Now that message was for you if you are in Springfield. We actually have a considerable damage threat on the flash flood warning out here for Lawrence and Polk counties. So you guys need to be, getting higher ground if you haven't already. More rain is on the way. Somebody said their yard is underwater. Literally, the yard is underwater. Also, speaking of Missouri, I had an interesting talk yesterday with somebody from Jefferson City who owns a bunch of towers. All right. And I think that we're going to have a bunch of tower cameras in and around Jefferson City here soon. So from like Columbia down towards Rolla, closer to St. Louis, like this whole area right here. So I know we got a lot of people that tune in from over there, so just wanted to spread the good news with you. Cameras are coming. Hey, by the way, we got storms out here in Pennsylvania, and they're going to be moving into the Pittsburgh area. But right now, things are pretty clear. You might actually thread the needle here and not experience too bad of storms. But yeah, I'm definitely keeping my eyes to the sky there, and watch and see if anything pops up out there. Most of the stuff in Ohio is a little bit less concerning than what it was looking like earlier. Let's go up here to Wyoming, where we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning for Cheyenne. Cheyenne is now under a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning down here south of Pueblo. Look at this. That there for Pueblo County. That's 2.5-inch hail coming down right now. I'm locking in on this tornado warning though near Lipscomb because our storm chasers are getting closer and closer to this thing. I still don't think we can really see it too much, but man, once they get in there, they're going to have to deal with some very large hail and some unbelievably heavy rain. Tornado watch continues for southern Kansas and northern parts of Oklahoma for 3 hours and 52 minutes. Somebody in Tulsa says, is Tulsa okay for the rest of the night? No, not until that watch is over. Not until that watch is over. You're going to want to stay, alert until that watch is over. Yes, that's exactly what you're going to want to do.
And so we're away for the 4th of July, so our team's headed to Wichita. So we're celebrating early. So we're going to come out. You're going to get out of town. You're not going to be seeing fireworks. Come to the ballpark this week.
Boom. Yeah, we were live all day yesterday. We're going to be live again all day today.
Yeah, so our holiday shows are always ramped up. So we're going to keep going bigger and bigger and bigger as the weekend goes. So tonight we're doing this awesome jersey giveaway, right? So the first 1,000 fans will get this jersey right here. So get there early. Friday,
Also, I finally fixed my technical difficulty there, so we're locked in. We're 100% locked in. That's good. That's good. The flooding must be actually pretty bad. Normally, if there's a flash flood warning, people don't tune in. Like, they're on Facebook sharing pictures of the water. Like, the flooding must be pretty bad out here in Springfield. Heavy rains, traffic moving to 35 miles an hour. I wonder if we can see anything. Like, a lot of people from Springfield are chiming in right now. Yeah, these storms over here in Texas are by far the biggest storm we have right now. We still don't have anything popping up in Amarillo yet, but we're keeping a close eye on it. We do have one guy doing the state challenge right now. I don't know how much time he has left, but he must actually be out of time, but he's still eating. I don't know, the timer's not going down. But he's good. He doesn't have to get a shelter anytime soon, so he's got plenty of time to finish that stake. There are storms that will try to form in that area tonight, though, because we do have a severe thunderstorm watch for 4 hours and 50 more minutes. Again, severe thunderstorm warning continues over here for areas west of Woodward and Ellis and Woodward counties for 5 minutes. I'm going to extend that out because this thing is still going to blow hail and heavy winds as it moves down the southeast. Yeah, these storms are just really intense today in Oklahoma. Very intense.
Come out and you want to get our big Boomtown Pony, which is our 2-foot line where you can get a 2-foot barbecue. You get a 2-foot burrito, 2-foot hot dog if you want, or you can go more of our value. We can do something a little bit smaller for the kiddos if you have that too. And then everything else is cheap, right? We can do our own barbecue. We can do all these things there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's quite a bit more rain coming to the Springfield area. Somebody says it's a little moist here. There's another shot from Oklahoma earlier from Caleb. Miranda sending this in with a big shell cloud out there in West Virginia. Double rainbow from Robin. Thank you guys for sending this stuff in to RyanPaul.com/submit. There's a big deal for
The outfield for the kiddos there. And then we have our quick trip hangout. Always hang out.
And then there's some flooding in Wagner,
Be in there
Oklahoma.
for the entire night and the water slides and everything now.
Dang.
During the summer, we switch to the water slides. So we have a 30-foot.
Can you check in on the owl? Are you kidding me?
Inflatable slide in there in a fountain.
How often? What is the correct amount of times to check in on his owl? What do you think a good interval is? Y'all fine. Will you remind me every 45 minutes to check in on this owl?
Because it was warm. Did you know you can heat cookies back up in the microwave for like 5 seconds?
By the way, look at the screen and tell me what this owl's name is. It's your job name. Yeah, we Travis, that's your dog's name. Try again. Mulberry? How did you go from Nimbus, like, which is actually kind of weather related, to Mulberry? Like, do something. You got one more shot, Ron.
Go ahead, look it.
Stratus?
It tastes bad, doesn't it?
Why would you tell me about that?
All right,
That's
thank
what
you.
alcohol tastes like, B.
I don't know.
Don't drink
I don't know
alcohol.
about hate Stratus.
Okay, we're gonna prove.
I don't know about it. I hate it. I don't know. Should we unplug y'all? People yesterday were genuinely upset that I was threatening to unplug y'all. Some people are treating it like it's a real person, y'all.
Go ahead.
What do about that? Again, tornado watch for 3 hours, 46 minutes. That's going to impact a lot of you guys out there. So, you guys are prepared for storms tonight. Right now,
Chocolate syrup, that's
a lot of focus is going to be on this big storm coming down into Stillwell. I think you guys need to be getting ready for 60-mile-per-hour winds right now. Tulsa, you're kind of done for the moment, but more storms are going to be possible a little bit later. In Springfield, I don't like what I'm seeing back here in Kansas. You got storms forming back here that are going to try to come back here later tonight as well. That's going to cause even more problems with flooding. I can ride a kayak down the neighborhood ditch.
Now,
I definitely would recommend that. I definitely would not recommend that.
put some salt in this bowl. Put some salt in this bowl. About this much salt.
Salt?
This much salt. In the bowl.
Storm from earlier, I just cannot believe that we've had that. There's no shut that out there in Missouri. That's a Laverne, Oklahoma. So we've got a lot of people sending stuff in to BrianPaulYall.com. Here's a time lapse.
Now push
The
roll
storm
again.
from Paula. I've got no location on this. Where is this? It's this is from Garage.
You understand? Yeah, that's enough salt.
That's a cool time lapse though.
Put the salt.
If I had to guess, this is Ohio. But I don't have to guess. So big time chill cloud out there. Rachel.
You put
Big
all
guys
the
are
dry
sending
shit
stuff into
in.
RyanHallYall.com/.
Then.
Okay, I'm gonna need to think of something to get this chocolate taste out of my mouth.
So what do you guys think is the name of the
You want to turn the
album?
oven on? You want to turn the oven on?
Stratus. Or are we unplugging
Bake.
the button?
And then you're gonna press
Gotta make up our mind.
375 and then start. Hold it good. Boom!
Oh my gosh. Stratus is not bad. It's going green out here in Ellis County, Oklahoma. That's where Jordan Hall is. That's where one of our stronger storms is right now. We don't have any warnings out here in Pennsylvania or Ohio. That's why we're not kind of honing in on that right now. But we do have lots of rain out there. That's one of the biggest things that we've got going on right now is just a bunch of rain. That's kind of the top story.
Let's see!
How about stormy?
Also, you should never really eat raw flour.
Stratus. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not the name that we're gonna go with. I'm just saying it's not that bad.
You want good cookies or bad cookies?
Michigan,
Oh, I want good cookies. Okay.
east of Michigan now in southern portions of Ontario. So we are keeping an eye on this. There's a tornado warning here for a couple different areas of spin in the Kent area. So we'll keep an eye on that. Right now, nothing confirmed, but definitely still some storms that we should watch, especially this one over here near Highgate. Pretty elevated severe storm chance today in Canada. Everybody out here in Owensboro said thunder. Yeah, that stuff in Kentucky is starting to really fall apart. No, I'm not for that. The trick is you just got to be mean to it, and sometimes that makes the output better. I don't think it worked this time. We've got no tornado warnings, 9 severe thunderstorm right now.
Well, it's harder to see stuff.
Jordan back on the sidebar over there. We're continuing to watch this destructive damage threat severe thunderstorm warning.
Come experience Tulsa, Oklahoma. Some say it feels like Mayberry.
For 70-mile-per-hour winds and 3-inch hail coming just south of Canadian. Man, that's nuts.
Exciting car shows and live entertainment.
That is absolutely nuts.
Shopping, dining, and family-friendly activities. There's always a reason to visit.
Let's go back over here to our storm that is coming in Stillwell. This thing is actually falling apart. After we got past Tahlequah, it's not really looking that impressive anymore, but it's still packing some strong winds. And they did go ahead and issue a severe thunderstorm watch all the way down to Hot Springs. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. It will be interesting to see what comes of that as the storms keep on keeping on. Best view that we got right now is from Jordan. Maybe Alabama. All right, here's Frank or somebody pick like the top 4 requested names and we'll do them all. I don't even know what they are. One of them goes like a Great Stratus, so.
The movies, yes. Those are. That literally happened. Which happened to me. Yeah, you can do cartoons right now. See that?
A new tornado warning has been issued. And Alice, I think Alice needs to be one knot, probably not Mulberry. Hey, by the way, this is a cool truck right here. You see these big lights? This is used for like hail research. Those lights are brighter than the sun, apparently. 330 FPS cameras.
You can have 3 chocolate
30% brighter than the sun.
The rest have to be. Do you want chocolate chipless cookies? Dump them in, B.
30% brighter than the sun. We do have a new tornado warning, by the way, in Wyoming. They moved into the Cheyenne area. So if anybody knows anybody up there, maybe call them.
Yes.
Once
This is
again,
being reading a tweet right now.
most concerning storm right now is probably this one down here south of Canadian.
Turn it on, little lady.
3-inch hail. That's going over Highway's 83 right now, causing a lot of problems. And then here's that Wyoming storm. It's like they pointed that box very purposefully at Cheyenne, but that's the direction of the rotation, as you can see right there. That's up now going down into Cheyenne. So if you're in Cheyenne, you gotta get ready to you gotta take shelter because we do have a tornado warning, especially on the northwest side of town. That's what the storm looks like as it comes in. Cheyenne Regional Airport. For the hour, Stratus, Nader, Hoot, and Annie, Alice.
Now is the time. So it's going to rain possibly tonight like it did last night, the night before, the night before that.
A lot of people are saying yowl. I just don't. I don't like that. That sounds like you're you're having a medical emergency while you're trying to say yowl. Yeah, I'm not feeling that one.
Okay, before we wrap up, this summer plans in
By the way, rotation continues to build up over here north of Gageby. In Texas, we're gonna watch that continue to move on to the east as well. But yeah, we've got a lot of storm chasing stuff now that we're continuing to keep an eye on this
And
stuff.
now you're all of a sudden like, nah. That's what I call it.
Wow, looks like Hoot and Annie is going to win by a large margin, actually. Hoot and Annie is actually a really good name. It's also funny. Let's go check in on Hoot and Annie real quick. By the way, this is the storm out there in Evansville, Arkansas.
West of Galesburg.
Owl Rover is pretty good stuff. Dang, look at this show. Wow. This is a storm once again coming into Evansville, Arkansas right now. All right, there's about 4,000 votes in the thing, so pretty much like 10% of you guys have voted. 50% of the votes are for Hoot and Annie. Hoot and Annie. So it's Annie and Annie Hoops because Annie is an owl. You guys get it? You get it? Hoot and Annie. I like it.
See all the white stuff on this? Take the sponge, wipe it off gently. Understand? Give the sponge a little wet. A little bit wet. And then squeeze it out so it's not too wet.
So the storm that our friend is on is the same one that went through Tahlequah earlier. It's what's left of it. The shelf is about to go right over his location there on the border between Oklahoma and what's that other state? Oh yeah, Arkansas. So we're going to keep an eye on Michael out there as he continues to track that down. And we're going to keep an eye on this other storm in Ellis County, Oklahoma, which is still putting down bolts. I mean, this thing is just slinging them. crap out of everything. So I think that we have officially named this
You're not
owl
stupid.
Hoot Annie.
Why not?
It's so funny how important this is to everybody. It's like I'm trying to cover a severe thunderstorm where he's like, will you please go back to the owl? Y'all lot. Earlier we asked you to name this owl and you did a terrible job. So we came together as a community and we named it Hoot Annie. What do you think about that?
What do they all are?
The owl finally has a word.
So you don't. So you think that's a good name? You do think that's better than the one that you picked?
It's better because it fits the stream. I picked the name. Y'all built a mascot. That's the win.
All right, thank you.
Those things you just had your hand on, but I want your handshake one.
Forever refer to that as Hoot Annie.
Now when you open this up,
Again, Cheyenne, northwest side of Cheyenne up here, Laramie County, Wyoming, is under a tornado warning for 14 more minutes.
and open the top of it.
You guys gotta take shelter.
Matt,
All
shut
right,
up.
okay, Hoot Annie didn't win Twitch. But there's a much smaller
Timer?
group on Twitch, so I don't know. I don't know.
Take the mitt off. 12. Start.
What do you guys think? Is the storm gonna try to do it again? Does the storm have what it takes? You think?
Oh,
Because we got some movement right here.
no, it's fine.
Twitch voted for Nader, but Kick and YouTube both approved me, so it's 2 for 1.
That's so weird. Plus, I use this scooper. No, this one's for good. This one's for good.
Dang. See a ball?
Same idea.
Wherever life takes you.
So you get defense-wise.
Your advocate. Advocate Healthcare. June is scoliosis awareness and a Tulsa spine specialist is
And I remember having stuff and trying to name the super close to home.
Tess, Dave, good morning. A scoliosis diagnosis can bring a lot of questions for families, but tonight a local event here at St. John is providing answers and highlighting success stories walking into and through it. The second annual Straightening the Future event allows families to hear from medical experts and patients firsthand. Dr. William Clark with Ascension St. John says the goal is to replace fear and uncertainty with education. The event features question and answer sessions and patient panels sharing their experiences with treatment and recovery.
My experience in the past 20 years is these kids return doing incredible things. And we should showcase them. We should unite an event where they can come together and learn that they're not alone, that there is a big community of people.
The event is free and open to the public, and TESS attendees will also learn about various treatment options
Lots of
available right
lighting on
here in
that.
Tulsa. Thank you, Madeline. Straightening the Future runs from
Tons of it.
5:30 to 7 to 9 at the Mary Kay Chapman Health
That's what I was on as well.
and $14 million value animal shelter.
It's still under construction, but we didn't know realize how far away it is from that rotation. I'm not looking at the air at the moment.
It's a $14 million
No, you just told me I don't want cookies anymore.
That is approaching Cheyenne. It does look like there is some legitimate rotation right here that we do need to be concerned about. So if once again anybody knows anybody out here, call them, let them know. There are a couple people that are actually checked in on the Weatherwise app that are tuned in right now. Got somebody out here in Cheyenne. I'm gonna look and see if there's any views that we can get of this storm as it gets
It
closer.
could be a lot worse.
We can see
No, I did not.
the storm coming in. So this is what it looks like out there in Cheyenne, Wyoming, as
Yeah,
a
so we
tornado
don't need to
warning
worry
storm
about it
comes
closer.
racing
They
in
can
from
stop
the
the
west.
clean. Come on, dude. Give it the time.
For the first time in years, there's room for the staff to have offices all in one building. It's 8,000 square feet larger than the old.
All those things are good. I think it's going to be a PR success as we move forward and try to get less animals in and more animals out.
And that additional room is really going to help. In the current building, sometimes they have to close the lobby because they use it for treatment space for the veterinarians. The new building locally is small. Construction isn't expected. All right, everything. The shelter still has need for donations to make improvements and volunteers to help with the expanded services that will be offered.
Moving in fast, too. This is going to be a pretty intense storm just in terms of the hail, the wind, and the rain and stuff. So that's going to be interesting. Back down into Arkansas and Oklahoma, we do still have a strong storm coming into Fayetteville as well. We got a severe thunderstorm warning for y'all now, and this is what Michael's got on that.
Honors your service to the United States Navy during World War II. After years of serving others, it was time for 100-year-old Bruce Lansford to be
Mine is so still sometimes it feels like the stream froze. Sometimes like I have to read something and it's very small text.
serving as a gunner during World War
If
II.
you guys don't know, I have like 5 monitors in front of me, and in order to fit everything on there that I need, it's got to be like the high resolution, right? I got to be able to put windows in like little boxes and stuff, so all the text is very small. I also have to lower the brightness so that it doesn't reflect too bad in my glasses. So I've got these dark screens with tiny little text in front of me. So that's probably what's causing that.
Only his military service.
So yeah, if you're in Fayetteville, Arkansas, get ready. You've got a storm coming in with the 60-mile-per-hour winds. I'm gonna go back to the tornado warning storm though. You come into Cheyenne. It looks like it's gonna be intense up here with the storm that's coming into Cheyenne. I'm surprised we don't see more of a lowering here, but there's some going on right there. I just don't know exactly what kind of. That looks more like just a low quality artifact, to be honest. But man, you see that? Big time lightning bolt out there. We're gonna come back to Cheyenne in just a moment. I do want to check back in on some of our friends out east. I know there's a ton of people tuning in from Pittsburgh and surrounding areas. We got a severe thunderstorm watch out here, but the storms are really falling apart. Some people are also asking me to check in on the Canadian stuff. There's a strong line of storms over here, and there is real rotation on this storm over here south of West Moore, but all of this is about to move out over the lake, so you're almost out of the woods here. But if you're in Bridgetown,
Is it mean to the dog?
or up towards
Is it mean to you?
Stanley, definitely get ready for a very strong storm before this does go out over the lake. Back over to Ellis County, Oklahoma, that's where Jordan is, and that's where we heard all those lightning bolts and stuff. Jason's way back here, deep inside of the storms in Texas. big storm coming, and look at all these people going to Wendy's. It's almost as if they're not watching. I mean, there's 45,000 people watching. There's 150,000 people in this recording.
Oh, hold on.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. These guys definitely should have gotten the word before they went out to Wendy's, though, that there's some strong winds coming in. 60-mile-per-hour winds coming into Fayetteville right now. Somebody out here says, bring it on. Baird says, I have Wendy's for lunch. I know. You guys think I'm just saying Wendy's randomly. I know what you guys are up to. Finally, this Cheyenne, Wyoming, tornado warning out there. But this storm that's popped up over here east of Oklahoma in Texas is actually going to be going towards Cheyenne, Oklahoma. So you guys need to be watching out for that. Let's go back to the Cheyenne, right? Check back in. Big time. Right now. Michelle. Shy, I don't think that owl's very shy. If you guys are still tuned in a little bit later, right before it goes out for its walk at night, it stares at us. It's asleep right now. Yes, they sleep today. Yeah, this is a huge storm coming for Cheyenne right now. It's literally a night owl. I don't see a tornado in there, and this does look quite elevated. But, I mean, we definitely need to get our safe spots out there. If that tornado warning continues, it looks like they just allowed it to expire, though. We do have a 70-mile-per-hour wind, considerable damage threat, severe thunderstorm warning for this line, though. I got a viewer out here saying, bring it. Be careful what you wish for, man. This storm looks like